In the heart of Africa, hidden beneath the shadows of volcanic mountains, lies a lake so beautiful, yet so deadly, that the locals refuse to go near it. A place where one touch could mean instant death. At first glance, Lake Nyos looks harmless. The water glistens under the sun, animals graze peacefully nearby, and villagers once believed the lake was blessed by the gods. But then, something terrifying happened. Some lakes give life, others hide death. Deep in the volcanic mountains of Cameroon, there lies a body of water so quiet, so beautiful, that at first glance, it feels like paradise. But the people who live near it know better. They whisper its name with fear. They call it the Forbidden Lake. This is the true story of Lake Nyos, a lake that holds one of the deadliest secrets on Earth. For centuries, the lake looked harmless. Families lived in nearby villages. Farmers brought their animals to graze on the lush grass. Hunters crossed its banks. The water was so clear that it reflected the sky. To the villagers, it was simply part of life, a source of beauty, a gift of nature. But deep below, something invisible was waiting. It was the night of August 21st, 1986. As darkness fell, villagers prepared for sleep. Cows rested in the fields. Fires burned low in the huts. Children drifted off in their mothers' arms. Then, the earth whispered. Some survivors say they heard a dull rumble, like distant thunder. Others described it as a hiss rising from the lake. And then silence. Moments later, a white cloud began to rise from the water, spreading across the hills and valleys. No one understood what it was. By the time they realized something was wrong, it was already too late. In the nearby village of Nyos, people fell where they stood. A mother carrying her child collapsed before she could take another step. Farmers dropped beside their cattle. Whole families died in their sleep. Over 1,700 people were dead by sunrise. And not just people. Cows, goats, birds, even insects were gone. The entire valley was silent. Only the lake remained, as calm and still as before, as if nothing had happened. But a handful of people lived to tell the story. One man woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of his dog whimpering. He stepped outside, and then suddenly collapsed. When he opened his eyes again, the world was different. His entire family was gone. Another survivor recalled walking through the village at dawn. He saw neighbors lying on the road, their eyes open, their faces frozen. He thought they were asleep, until he realized not a single one was breathing. The horror was beyond words. At first, no one understood what had happened. Many believed it was a curse. The lake, they said, was angry. Some whispered that evil spirits had risen from its depths. Others thought a demon lived in the water, punishing anyone who came too close. Families fled. Entire villages were abandoned. For months, Lake Nyos stood untouched, a place no one dared to approach. But the truth was not supernatural. It was scientific and even more terrifying. Lake Nyos is what scientists call a crater lake. It sits on top of a dormant volcano, and deep beneath its waters lies a pocket of magma. For centuries, carbon dioxide gas seeped into the bottom of the lake, trapped by the weight of the water above it. Think of it like a soda bottle shaken and sealed. Pressure builds, but nothing escapes. Until one day, the cap comes off. On that night in 1986, the lake erupted not with lava or fire, but with gas. A massive invisible cloud of carbon dioxide burst out, racing down the valleys, pushing out the air, and suffocating everything in its path. It was silent, it was invisible, and it was deadly. When news spread, the world was stunned. Scientists, journalists, and governments rushed to Cameroon to investigate. They called it a limnic eruption, something the world had never seen before. To prevent it from happening again, engineers installed pipes that released gas slowly from the bottom of the lake. Today, you can still see them. Giant tubes rising from the water, hissing quietly, keeping the killer asleep. But the truth is, Lake Nyos is still dangerous. Even scarier is that Lake Nyos is not alone. Across the border in Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo lies Lake Kivu. It is 2,000 times larger than Nyos, and it sits beside cities with millions of people. Scientists say if Lake Kivu ever erupted, it would cause a disaster unlike anything we've ever seen. Imagine an entire region suffocating in minutes. A silent catastrophe waiting to happen. For the survivors, life never returned to normal. Some lost entire families in one night. Others still carry scars, not from burns or injuries, but from memories they cannot erase. Every August, people gather to honor the dead, laying flowers and lighting candles near the lake. For them, the Forbidden Lake is not just a story. It is a wound that never heals. Today, Lake Nyos looks peaceful again. The waters are calm, the hills are green, and the birds have returned. But beneath its surface, the danger remains. A reminder that nature can be both beautiful and merciless. This is Lake Nyos, the Forbidden Lake, a place where one touch, one breath could kill. If you found this story chilling, subscribe for more hidden mysteries of our world. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.